Hello, I'm Natalie MacDonald, and you're watching Food for Thought, where we give you food for your brain and fuel for your body, discussing economic trends, workforce issues, news headlines, while washing it down with a healthy snack. Today, we're making easy zucchini muffins from The Healthy Mummy. I've already got my zucchini ready to go in my mixing bowl, so I'm just going to start by adding in a couple of the other ingredients as well. Now, I wanted to start with a question. Are leaders born, or can they be made? Now, this is one of the most basic and often asked questions when it comes to leadership. American scholar Warren Bennis once said that leadership is the capacity to bring vision into reality. Now, yes, some people are natural leaders. They have that ability to motivate, to demonstrate common goals, to create future purpose when it comes to activating teams and getting the most out of these people. But what about those who perhaps start lower down on the bell curve? Can those skills be taught or even learned? Well, today I'm at Frontier Leadership in Sydney, which offers equine-based leadership courses. That's right, horse whispering, to see if it can be done. Now, horses, I hear you ask, what can horses teach about leadership? Well, I asked co-founder James Murrah exactly that.
Horses live as a herd, and as part of that herd, like any society, I guess, there's a leader. Okay, and that leader takes them to the safe pastures, safe watering holes, is on the lookout for danger. And so then horses interact as a herd to make sure that the strongest possible leader is in place and that they follow the direction of that lead horse. And as long as they're all working together, they can interact with each other to achieve their common goal, which amongst a herd of horses, goal number one is just purely to survive.
So the thing I love about this recipe is that you can just throw everything in a bowl, give it a mix, and you are good to go. So that makes sense, right? Horses, they're naturally herd animals. They instinctively create that natural social order in a bid to survive. That makes sense when it comes to animals. But how does this translate to the workplace?
Horses cause us to use our body language, to become more aware of how we're using our body language, how we're using our energy levels, and what we are saying to them through non-verbal actions. If we walk into a room full of people or we're dealing with someone one-on-one, there is an awareness around where is this person at? What kind of energy? Do we need to really motivate them, or do we need to bring them down a little bit? Becoming more aware of this, I think, is becoming extremely important, especially with the rise in technology, which means the need for face-to-face communication has disappeared a little through communicating via messages. What this offers is to raise our awareness around our body language and how much power that has and how much influence that can have in a particular environment or culture.
So what we're going to do now is start putting some of our mix into the muffin tray. These are going to be going into the oven at 180 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. Now, I can hear some of you are starting to come around to the idea of this horseplay, and I have to admit, after spending the day working with the animals here, I'm pretty convinced that it can be done, that these skills can be learned. But that question still remains, are leaders born, or can they be made? Well, I asked co-founder Emma Kirkwood.
I actually believe that we are all leaders. I believe that we all have a leadership capacity and leadership strength within each of us, and that our leadership strengths will come out at different times. So I firmly believe that someone can continue and should continue to develop their leadership skills. I will be continuing to develop my leadership skills until, I don't know, definitely throughout the rest of my career. It's a never-ending journey.
Now, just 30 minutes later, and look what we've got straight out of the oven. Now, these are good to go straight away, or you can even put them in the freezer and eat them at a later date. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are leaders born, or can they be made? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you get all the latest Food for Thought content in your feed.